14 years old, I lost my purpose in life. And I had a purpose, but which no longer inspired me and gave me a sense of meaning in life. So this 14-year-old boy, having little knowledge and experience, embarked upon the search for the meaning of life. And at that time, my thinking went like this. In order for me to know the purpose of my life, I need to know who I am and also the purpose of human life, because I'm a human being. But in order for me to know the purpose of a human life, I need to know the purpose of life itself. And in order for me to know the purpose of life itself, I need to know the purpose of the existence itself. And in order for me to know the purpose of existence itself, I need to know everything. I was very depressed. I also asked this question. Suppose I come up with an answer. How do I know it is true? So I began reading books in science and philosophy and spirituality. I met many Zen masters, did meditation, became a Zen priest, went to India, and came to California. all the places you need to be. Anyway, so after 30 years, I have gained a little bit of knowledge. And knowledge is very interesting. It's like a sphere. The body of knowledge is like a sphere. And the more knowledge you have, the more space of mystery it touches. So the more you know, you become aware how little you know. So today I'm going to share very little I know within 90 minutes. So let's start this session with these two quotes by Steiner and Russell to set the tone for today. Lara, please.
The universe appears to us in two opposite parts, the I and the world. We erect this barrier between ourselves and the world as soon as consciousness first dawns on us. But we never cease to feel that, in spite of all, we belong to the world. We are beings within and not without the universe. This feeling makes us strive to bridge this antithesis, and in this bridging lives ultimately the whole spiritual striving of mankind. Only when we have made world content into our thought content do we begin again to find the unity out of which we have separated ourselves. Spiritual knowledge has transformed mankind step by step from his jungle age. Scientific revelations have also transformed man step by step since early thinkers rediscovered that the earth was round after having forgotten it for over 10 centuries. Man thinks differently at each transformation from new knowing, whether religious, philosophical, scientific, or artistic. Another kind of man emerges from new standards of thinking.
So today, we will be talking about this bridging of the I and the world. Only when we have made world content into our thought content do we begin again to find the unity out of which we have separated ourselves. And also we'll be talking about this new knowing, new way of thinking, new mode of consciousness that is required for us to make this bridge. Before I begin, I would like to give you some definitions so that we can understand each other. The title of today's session is The Third Enlightenment. So the Third Enlightenment is a higher unity of the first and the second enlightenments. So what are the first and second enlightenments? The first enlightenment is the spiritual awakening, the spiritual enlightenment of the esoteric spiritual traditions of the world. The first enlightenment is the sacredization of the human being, centered in the spirituality-centered consciousness. I will explain this later. The second enlightenment is the intellectual awakening, the intellectual enlightenment of the Age of Reason and Enlightenment in the 17th and 18th centuries. The second enlightenment is the secularization of the human mind, centered in the conceptuality-centered consciousness. So the third enlightenment is the higher unity of the first and second enlightenment, existing as the unified field of a universalistic vision, centered in the conceptuality-centered consciousness. So what is spirituality? Spirituality in the movement of consciousness is a tendency towards and the capacity for atemporal awareness, the awareness that is beyond time and space, and awareness of that which is beyond time and space. The spirituality is an innate tendency and capacity within our consciousness toward that awareness.